The events around us don't directly influence our peace and joy. Rather, it's our perspective and thought process that really matter. This highlights how altering our mindset can transform our view of the world. By embracing Stoic ideals, we can grow stronger and more serene, easing the process of tackling life's challenges. To achieve tranquility and effectively handle life's hurdles through Stoicism, it's essential to grasp your emotions. Stoic philosophy suggests that emotions themselves aren't inherently positive or negative. It's our response and interpretation of them that affect our well-being. Our emotions reflect our perception and judgments of the world, shaped by our beliefs and thoughts. We should consider these emotions as impartial, their impact hinging on our interpretation. Allow me to guide you towards a life enriched with Stoic wisdom and enduring joy. Grasping this concept allows us to distance ourselves from the immediate impact of our emotions and approach them wisely and consciously. Pause to observe your emotions without criticism or attachment. Managing these emotions calmly and exploring the underlying thoughts and convictions that trigger them can lead to self-discovery and informed decision-making regarding these emotional impulses. Remember, we have the power to alter our thoughts and beliefs, even if we can't control external events or others' actions. We can reshape our mental and emotional responses. Stoicism instructs us in constructing a mental sanctuary, aiding in finding balance and tranquility amidst life's fluctuating circumstances. Mindfulness involves living in the now, being cognizant of our thoughts, feelings, and emotions without judgment. Approach life's events with curiosity and engagement, rather than being overwhelmed by them. Increasing mindfulness enhances our understanding of our reactions to external situations and deepens our awareness of our inner selves. Comprehending and accepting realities as they are leads to peace. Accepting a situation requires confronting its reality and acting in alignment with our principles. Embracing the present moment, whether it brings happiness or sorrow, and realizing our ability to choose our response is the essence of this philosophy. Stoicism, a philosophical doctrine developed by Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, emphasizes the importance of virtue and living harmoniously with nature. This philosophy teaches the value of concentrating on aspects within our control and gracefully accepting those beyond our influence. In any professional environment, maintaining a consistent sense of inner calm is vital for success. By directing our attention to manageable factors and accepting unchangeable circumstances, we can mitigate unnecessary stress and discomfort. Adherents of Stoicism understand that while we cannot alter external realities, we have the ability to modify our reactions to them. By focusing on what we can influence, our thoughts, behaviors, and attitudes, we can remain composed and focused even in challenging times. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor in the 2nd century CE, was a period marked by war, famine, and disease. Renowned for his wisdom and leadership, he is often regarded as the last of Rome's 5 great emperors. His life was deeply influenced by Stoic values of virtue, endurance, and service. A committed scholar, he engaged in constant moral introspection, documented in his personal writings known as the Meditations. These texts emphasize the Stoic principle of concentrating efforts on areas within one's control, such as personal reasoning, choices, and perceptions, rather than external actions of others. Marcus Aurelius exemplified moral integrity and serenity amidst turmoil, balancing his philosophical pursuits with his extensive imperial responsibilities. He approached his duties with diligence and fairness, leading military campaigns to defend the Roman Empire. Known for his simplicity and honesty, Marcus prioritized societal welfare over personal fame and wealth. His dedication to serving the Roman people solidified his legacy as a philosopher king who valued knowledge, self-discipline, and responsibility above personal gain. Lesson 1 emphasizes the power of silence in managing anger. Often perceived as a negative emotion leading to regrettable actions, anger can be contagious. However, reacting in kind rarely resolves conflicts and may escalate them. Stoics advocate for maintaining composure and rational thinking during heated moments. Choosing not to respond in anger, but rather with silence, can defuse the situation and provide clarity to both parties involved. This approach not only prevents the escalation of arguments, but also creates space for reflection and peace. Lesson 2 highlights the futility of valuing uncontrollable aspects of life. Consider the scenario of two individuals stuck in traffic en route to a critical meeting. One driver aggressively attempts to navigate the jam, expressing frustration loudly, thereby surrendering his peace of mind over an uncontrollable situation. The other driver, conversely, accepts the reality and utilizes the time to relax, understanding that external conditions are beyond his control. This illustrates the Stoic principle of differentiating between what we can and cannot control. Overemphasis on external achievements or materialistic goals, such as fame or physical well-being, often leads to unnecessary suffering. These external elements are inherently unstable and subject to change, regardless of our efforts to maintain them. Stoicism teaches us to focus on cultivating our inner virtues, knowledge, and perspective. By doing so, we exercise greater influence over our lives, leading to a more centered and fulfilling existence. In life, external circumstances are prone to change, often beyond our control. Focusing on developing our inner values, knowledge, and outlook empowers us to take greater control of our lives. We are constantly faced with choices. Do we engage in futile conflicts and resist external forces indifferent to our desires? Or do we channel our energies into mastering our thoughts, which truly lie within our realm of control? This internal mastery offers unparalleled strength, impervious to external changes. Ultimately, we must decide whether to expend our energy on fruitless frustrations or to pursue a path leading to enduring inner peace. Lesson 3 underscores the futility of being surprised by life's inherent unpredictability. The Stoic philosophy views life as a tapestry of unforeseeable and uncontrollable events. It encourages training the mind to be prepared for adversities rather than being caught off guard. Life's challenges, be they obstacles, accidents, conflicts, are natural occurrences. Harboring unrealistic expectations of continual good fortune only leads to unnecessary suffering. Adopting a Stoic approach involves cultivating a serene attitude, enabling one to navigate through life's fluctuations effectively. Understanding that change is the only constant allows us to face life's unpredictability with wisdom and composure. Being astonished by every shift in circumstance reflects a naive misunderstanding of life's inherent variability. The sagacious approach is to anticipate challenges and manage life's complex dynamics with poise and dignity. Lesson 4 explores the concept of mental control over external circumstances. Understanding that our mind is within our control while external events are not is key to developing strength. We may not have the power to change certain aspects of our lives like our circumstances, health, or possessions, but we do have the ability to control our thoughts, perceptions, and reactions to these events. This realization is potent, as it can profoundly alter our emotions and perspectives about the world around us. Stoic philosophers realize that resilience is attainable through concentrated efforts to understand and manage our thoughts and beliefs. By reshaping our mental landscape, we alter our emotional responses to external situations, thereby accessing a resilient and adaptable state of mind. Recognizing what is within our control is fundamental to achieving lasting security and peace. Lesson 5 centers on the concept of responding to wrongdoing with virtue, rather than mirroring the negative actions of others. When faced with harm or negative behavior, Stoicism teaches that retaliation with similar negativity is unproductive and perpetuates a harmful cycle affecting everyone involved. The Stoics advocated for confronting hatred with virtue, emphasizing the importance of maintaining honesty and kindness. Responding with such positive attributes preserves one's dignity and offers an opportunity for the offending party to reflect, potentially leading to personal growth and moral realization. This approach fosters fairness and positivity, as opposed to escalating conflicts through revenge. Rising above negative behavior and not allowing oneself to be corrupted by it demands considerable self-control and ethical integrity. However, this approach is powerfully transformative, providing a means to combat negativity with understanding and virtue, thus offering an uplifting solution to confront adversities. Lesson 6 encourages us to wholeheartedly embrace the relationships and experiences that life, or fate, brings our way. Fate, in this context, represents the aspects of life we cannot change, such as our birth circumstances or unforeseen events that alter our life's course. Stoicism teaches us to not only accept life's challenges, but to actively engage with them, making conscious choices about our perspective and reactions, even in adverse situations. This mindset prevents us from harboring resentment over uncontrollable factors and allows us to appreciate and cherish our connections, regardless of their duration. Stoics believed in the power of communal support during tough times. By fully valuing and embracing every moment with our loved ones, we can savor the present, making the most of our time. Lesson 7 focuses on the importance of living in the present. Stoic philosophy posits that worries and anger often stem from preoccupations with the unchangeable past or the uncertain future. This preoccupation leads to losing touch with the present moment. Stoics concur that dwelling on past experiences or future possibilities can lead to excessive worry and overthinking. They remind us that the only moment we can truly influence and act upon is the present. By staying mindful and conscious of our current surroundings and experiences, we can attain peace and more effectively engage with what truly matters. This approach to life emphasizes the significance of the here and now, encouraging us to focus on our present actions and experiences as the primary means of influencing our lives and well-being. Lesson 8 highlights the significance of recognizing our fortune each morning upon waking. It invites us to reflect on the gift of life, the ability to breathe, think, enjoy, and love. This contemplation serves as a reminder of our luck to be alive and the beauty inherent in the human experience. By savoring life's simple pleasures, pondering profound concepts, experiencing joy and showing love, we embrace the fullness of existence. Stoic wisdom advises us to relish life and avoid unnecessary problems and distractions. Beginning each day with gratitude for life's small joys enhances our understanding of our role in the world and fosters a deeper sense of appreciation. Contemplating our potential to positively impact others and recognizing the privilege of awareness each morning anchors us in the aspects of life that truly matter. This perspective equips us to confidently confront any obstacles and remain mindful of the extraordinary opportunities afforded to us simply by being human. By viewing challenges through a lens of purpose and perspective, and remembering the value of each day from the moment we wake, our perception of both the present and future is transformed, encouraging a more meaningful and fulfilling life journey. Lesson 9 addresses the impact of inaction on fairness. The lesson suggests that by not actively confronting issues like violence, greed, discrimination, and exploitation, we allow these injustices to persist. Often, evil deeds are committed intentionally, but at times, the failure to challenge oppressive systems and behaviors that undermine human dignity is due to a preference for silence, which indirectly contributes to the problem. Such silence is indicative of one's level of engagement and concern. Stoic teachings call us to voice opposition and take a stand against injustices we encounter, rather than prioritizing personal comfort. This proactive approach is seen as fulfilling our ethical duty. Choosing not to act against wrongs implies a preference for personal tranquility over the welfare of others. Meaningful change is initiated by individuals who are courageous enough to confront and challenge actions that devalue human life. Overcoming passive acceptance with a robust sense of moral indignation is essential for achieving societal progress and reform. Lesson 10 emphasizes the importance of demonstrating virtue through actions rather than engaging in fruitless debates about abstract moral concepts. Stoicism posits that the validity of a philosophical idea is proven through its practical application. Merely discussing moral principles without embodying them in our behavior renders them meaningless and can lead to skepticism about our sincerity and commitment to our values. True influence is achieved by exemplifying our beliefs in our actions. This integrity between word and deed not only establishes our credibility, but also inspires others to adhere to similar ethical standards. By living in a manner consistent with our professed values, we set a practical example for others, showing that these principles are attainable and impactful in everyday life. Lesson 11. Even when taking no action, unfairness can still exist. Hidden gifts are ever present if we are observant, even in circumstances that appear ordinary or challenging. We can relish the simple pleasures of nature and companionship, along with the unexpected opportunities that arise. To evolve as individuals, we can acknowledge the perpetual change in life and remain receptive to the richness each moment offers. Mere routine should not replace seizing those fleeting moments that often appear when least expected. Instead, we should grasp the unique opportunities presented by each new day. Lesson 12. Even in inaction, the potential for unfairness persists. The past resides in distant memory, while the future remains a realm of uncertainty. However, the present moment stands ever at hand, offering itself for our enjoyment. Dwelling on the past or the future robs us of the full experience of the present and hinders our ability to lead fulfilling lives. Instead, it is advocated that we harness the multitude of resources within and around us. When we regard the present moment as a precious gift, we can bask in its vibrant beauty without being preoccupied with what has passed or what might come to be. If we cannot find happiness, purpose, or personal growth here and now, the prospects of discovering them elsewhere are dim. Each gift unwrapped is a delightful treasure, best enjoyed with gratitude and mindfulness. In the here and now, opportunities are ever present, waiting to manifest if we remain receptive. Thus, embrace the gift of the present moment. Lesson 13. In the initial lesson, we learned that the possessions we amass and the wealth we accumulate in our lifetimes are fleeting and can vanish in an instant. The true path to enduring prosperity lies in giving to others, rather than fixating solely on personal gain. Death is an inevitable part of life's brevity. Our material possessions and accomplishments in this lifetime do not accompany us into the afterlife. However, the love and positive impact we impart to others while still alive endure in their hearts and lives. It remains crucial to savor life's smaller pleasures and resist the dominance of materialism. Measuring success solely by monetary gain falls short. That which we tightly hold may ultimately lack significant value. Instead, our legacy lies in the assistance and kindness we extend to others. An everlasting gift intricately connected to a broader sense of purpose transcending our individual existence. As Lesson 13 emphasizes, the sole wealth we truly possess is that which we bestow upon others. Lesson 14. Concealing one's flaws inevitably leads to unfavorable assumptions by others. Many individuals choose to hide their imperfections and concerns, driven by the fear of being harshly judged. This reluctance to be open often results in people conjuring the most severe shortcomings. Stoicism, a philosophy centered on internal self-awareness, honesty, and the mastery of harmful impulses, offers valuable insights. Stoics also emphasize the importance of honesty in interpersonal relationships, advocating for the acceptance of one's flaws as a means to free oneself from the perceived judgments of others. Once these imperfections are revealed, anxieties regarding potential judgments diminish, fostering stronger bonds among individuals. The Stoics maintained that the pursuit of perfection is a futile endeavor, recognizing that everyone is prone to mistakes. Those who embrace this perspective believe that displaying courage, humor, and an acknowledgement of flaws fosters trust and deeper connections. Shedding the need for pretense simplifies life. Unveiling our authentic selves to others is a liberating experience that naturally leads to external security. Lesson 15. Life, in its essence, serves as a canvas where experiences, both favorable and unfavorable, can unfold. It provides the backdrop for the intricate narratives of individuals, complete with their multifaceted complexities. Within this framework, events transpire and circumstances materialize, yet life inherently lacks a binary quality of goodness or badness. The quote posits that our perceptions of good and evil are shaped by our interpretations and reactions. Our inclination is to assess occurrences through the filter of personal viewpoints, classifying them as either positive or negative. However, these events represent an integral facet of life's inherent unpredictability. Life extends an invitation to individuals to express themselves in a multitude of ways, encompassing both commendable and questionable actions. Within this domain, moral choices are made. Nonetheless, life itself remains impartial, devoid of predefined objectives. Lesson 16. The timing of our ultimate departure from this world remains beyond our control. But we retain the agency to shape the quality of our lives and the essence of our characters leading up to that inevitable moment. Rather than burdening ourselves with the fear of death, we possess the capacity to redirect our focus toward the creation of a meaningful existence, enriched with purpose and fulfillment. The trepidation surrounding death dissolves when we shift our contemplation away from the manner in which we will eventually depart and toward the manner in which we presently exist. This altered perspective encourages us to boldly embrace the transient and finite nature of our journey. We can ascend above our fears, navigating the uncertainties of life, with unwavering commitment to ethical conduct and meaningful connections. Confronting death constitutes an inextricable facet of the human experience, but true triumph materializes when we transcend our fears and take authorship of the narrative that guides us to that inevitable crossroads. With a clarified outlook, we can engage with the transient essence of life, transcending our confines and discovering freedom within them. Lesson 17. People frequently exert substantial effort in the pursuit of external symbols of success, including wealth, fame, status, physical attractiveness, and fleeting pleasures. However, these external trappings do not consistently carry the profound significance we ascribe to them. Placing an excessive emphasis on these superficial pursuits can erode our authentic happiness, ethical principles, and inner serenity. Stoic philosophers underscore the pivotal importance of discerning between transient desires and fundamental needs, as well as distinguishing between inconsequential diversions and meaningful aspirations. We must remain vigilant to avoid squandering our precious time and energy on endeavors that offer only fleeting satisfaction, inevitably ensnaring us in an unending cycle of desire. Are our inclinations aligned with pursuits of genuine import? Do we wisely allocate our time and energy to endeavors of significance equal to personal growth, the cultivation of meaningful connections, and the preservation of our moral integrity? The Stoic path beckons us to explore that which genuinely carries weight beyond the realm of self. As we progressively recognize the superficiality of many of our pursuits, wisdom emerges, guiding us toward pursuits imbued with greater meaning and value. Until we comprehend that the most substantial rewards originate from within, our desires will persist in asserting dominion over us. Lesson 18. Define the kind of person you aspire to be, and remain committed to this vision, whether you are alone or in the company of others. Stoicism places a strong emphasis on the cultivation of wisdom, which empowers individuals to develop a profound understanding of their values and priorities, independent of external influences. Possessing self-awareness grants the confidence to uphold virtuous principles, even when confronted with the pressures to conform or compromise. The Stoics stress the importance of having a dependable internal compass, selecting core beliefs that acknowledge the inherent potential within humanity. As you navigate the various situations life presents, keep your ultimate vision of your best self firmly in mind. Allow this clear vision to establish your self-identity consistently across different scenarios. Recognize that maintaining a strong sense of identity is paramount, even as you adapt to novel circumstances. When confronted with challenges, it's crucial to adhere to your principles and act in accordance with your values, rather than succumbing to the temptation of convenience. In the face of new environments and diverse personalities, rely on the principles forged through thoughtful introspection. Maintain unwavering focus on your goals. The essence of maturity and leadership lies in the capacity to sustain inner clarity while navigating external circumstances. Stay faithful to your authentic self, regardless of the observers present. Lesson 19. Reflect upon the value at which you are willing to trade your integrity. But please, refrain from selling it cheaply. In a world far from perfect, there may arise occasions when making concessions and demonstrating flexibility become necessary. Nevertheless, a strong caution exists against compromising one's integrity for minor gains or fleeting tranquility. Deeply comprehending our core values aids us in discerning when it is imperative to stand resolute and when flexibility is justifiable for the preservation of our humanity. Certain situations may necessitate tempering stringent adherence to principles, opting instead for calculated concessions. However, exercise great vigilance against embracing overly simplistic justifications that erode moral principles incrementally. Instead of relinquishing our ideals piecemeal, we must cherish virtue as a cohesive concept, avoiding the treacherous path that gradually undermines it. In light of these considerations, conscious pragmatism upholds its dignity. Nevertheless, rapid or gradual compromises can lead to an erosion of integrity. The cost depends on your sense of identity and aspirations. Effective leaders must adeptly balance adaptation to new circumstances while upholding their principles, all without surrendering their integrity for trivial personal gains. Pause and contemplate the aspects that remain unalterable before hastily seeking justifications. Now let's discuss Seneca. Lesson 20. We often endure more anguish in our imagination than in reality. Many individuals subject themselves to constant torment by repeatedly cycling through what-if scenarios, envisioning future catastrophes that seldom materialize. However, incessant worry and the contemplation of worst-case outcomes only contribute unnecessary stress and impede our ability to effectively address challenges should they arise. It's essential to recognize that relying solely on our imagination may not accurately portray the true extent of the challenges we genuinely confront. Our minds tend to fixate on negativity and potential fears, often neglecting a balanced consideration of facts and probabilities. Becoming entangled in excessive rumination can distort our perception of reality and lead to unwarranted unhappiness. The wise among us comprehend that circumstances are frequently less dire than our inner monologue would suggest. By calming our thoughts and maintaining focus on the present, we enhance our capacity to confront any obstacles that may emerge. Nonetheless, much of the suffering we endure is confined solely to our thoughts. Lesson 21 recognizes the power of informed action over fear. While uncertainty is a constant, deepening our knowledge in key areas allows us to better assess what deserves our attention. Understanding the probabilities and facts associated with various outcomes empowers us to make informed decisions, free from the shackles of baseless worry. Fear often flourishes in ignorance. By diligently examining events and our beliefs about them, we can triumph over fear and gain enlightened insight, leading to a life guided more by knowledge than by anxiety. Lesson 22 explores the distinction between imagination and reality in our experience of suffering. We often torment ourselves with the anticipation of future hardships that rarely come to pass. This unnecessary worry distorts our perception of reality and hinders our ability to deal with present challenges effectively. Stoic wisdom teaches us that by focusing on the present and maintaining a balanced view of our circumstances, we can alleviate much of the suffering that exists solely in our thoughts. Lesson 23 stresses the importance of accepting life's inherent unpredictability. Life is a series of unforeseeable events, and being caught off guard by them only leads to distress. Stoicism encourages us to cultivate a mindset that is prepared for any adversity, understanding that change and uncertainty are the only constants. This approach enables us to navigate life's twists and turns with composure and dignity. Lesson 24 highlights the significance of mental resilience in the face of external circumstances. Our external environment, including our life situations and material possessions, is often beyond our control. However, we have the power to control our internal responses, our thoughts, perceptions, and attitudes. This internal mastery is a potent tool for reshaping our emotional landscape and fostering a resilient state of mind. Lesson 25 emphasizes the common human tendency to experience more suffering in our imagination than in reality. By recognizing this tendency, we can refocus our energies on the present, engaging with our current circumstances in a more meaningful and fulfilling way. This shift in focus allows us to better utilize our time and resources, directing them towards personal growth and the cultivation of meaningful relationships. Lesson 26 addresses the importance of confronting our fears with a rational mind. By understanding the nature of our fears and the improbability of worst-case scenarios, we can liberate ourselves from unnecessary worry. This lesson teaches us to calm our thoughts and maintain a focus on the present, thereby enhancing our capacity to effectively deal with any challenges that arise. Lesson 27 encourages us to embrace knowledge as a tool for overcoming fear and uncertainty. By continuously seeking to understand the world around us and our reactions to it, we can approach life's challenges with wisdom and insight. This lesson underscores the importance of perpetual inquiry and the examination of our convictions, enabling us to conquer fear and gain a deeper understanding of our experiences. Replace fear with curiosity. When we deeply explore what appears frightening, we reveal its true nature. Wisdom can dispel fear effortlessly, shed light on the unknown to conquer ignorance and prejudice. Understanding is the antidote to fear. We often suffer more in our imagination than in reality. We frequently yearn for a future filled with happiness, success, and contentment, eagerly anticipating the day when these perfect scenarios materialize. Yet, by continually fixating on these hypothetical futures, we overlook the imperfect yet genuine experiences unfolding in the present. We sometimes view the present as dull, unsatisfying, or merely a means to an end. The Stoic philosophers cautioned against using the future to avoid appreciating the intricate wonders of the present moment. True living occurs in the present or not at all. Each passing moment swiftly becomes an unalterable part of the past, beyond our grasp. This quote reminds us not to take life for granted and cease waiting for an ideal situation. Let go of the habit of dismissing moments unless they meet specific expectations. Immerse yourself in the wondrous experience that life offers with every breath. In life, the only moment we have is the present, as the future always remains elusive. Failing to fully embrace and savor the present can hinder our enjoyment of life as it unfolds. Life can be lengthy when lived purposefully. Human life, in the grand scheme of the cosmos, passes by in the blink of an eye. However, the essence of this message is that by leading a life filled with intention and embracing each moment, we can find fulfillment and meaning despite life's brevity. Every instant possesses the potential for profound engagement, enabling us to fully savor life and seize every opportunity. From this elevated perspective, our individual lives offer ample chances to wholeheartedly pursue what truly matters: love, personal growth, self-improvement, artistic expression, and wonder. Prioritizing these essential aspirations infuses life with profound significance, even though it may appear fleeting in the broader cosmic context. Thus, effective utilization of time allows life to progress. While its brevity can be frustrating, each cherished and timeless moment knows no boundaries. Release hope, and fear will lose its grip. At first glance, this statement might seem to advocate a somewhat pessimistic and resigned outlook. Ceasing to anticipate outcomes also means relinquishing apprehensions about potential perils. However, the underlying message hints at a more nuanced and liberating perspective regarding our expectations. Engaging in mental scenarios of the future can breed distress in the present, giving rise to both hope and fear. Clinging to baseless hopes can be deeply frustrating, while perpetual worry yields no productive outcomes. Realistic expectations about the world can alleviate much distress when reality diverges from our plans. Beneath the veneer of frustration and disappointment lies an unspoken sense of entitlement, the belief that life owes us something. In contrast, cultivating a realistic grasp of possibilities based on past experiences helps differentiate between legitimate concerns and exaggerated fears. When our hopes and fears align with reality, emotional upheaval and distress diminish. Mastering the vicissitudes of life becomes more manageable when we embrace the present and confront uncertainty with equanimity. It is in this poised acceptance that enduring security is discovered. Wealth can either be the servant of a wise individual or the master of a fool. At first glance, this quote underscores the importance of managing one's finances rather than being subjugated by them. However, beneath the surface lies a deeper message about human attitudes and interactions with wealth and possessions on a broader scale. Those who possess self-discipline can maintain a clear sense of self and purpose, irrespective of their financial status. Applying wisdom to various circumstances allows us to value having enough while letting go of superfluous abundance, demonstrating a lack of greed. Conversely, enlightened individuals view money as a pragmatic tool for pursuing ethical objectives without compromising their integrity. The power of wealth hinges on one's perception and prioritization of it. Material possessions exert control solely over those who seek validation through them and grapple with their inherent transience. Nonetheless, external circumstances do not govern those who possess inner security. Consequently, when guided by wisdom, autonomy naturally ensues. It is valuation that enslaves those consumed by egotism. Time alone possesses the power to mend what reason cannot. Life occasionally thrusts unforeseen challenges upon us, leaving behind a bewildering, helpless, and disheartened state. During such moments, finding solace or making sense of the turmoil can prove arduous. We often find ourselves overwhelmed by the unyielding harshness of reality, defying logical explanation. As time passes, the overwhelming grief gradually transforms into a gentler form of sorrow, eventually becoming an integral part of life's tapestry. Time acts as our guide through these trying moments, steering us towards a brighter future imbued with newfound purpose. In the midst of anguish, words and analysis often fall short of fully encapsulating the experience. Nonetheless, with the onward march of time, we gain perspective, and the resilience of the human spirit shines through. Reason frequently falters when faced with matters beyond its grasp. However, over time, there is a gradual process of repair and weaving together of frayed threads, crafting new narratives. When reason finds its limits, time bestows a healing that transcends comprehension. Maintain your youthful enthusiasms. They will serve you well as you age. Enthusiasm and idealism often wane with time and life's trials. In our youth, the world appears brimming with hope and limitless opportunities, infusing us with a feeling of invulnerability and immortality. However, as the years pass, responsibilities, losses, and cynicism often dim the initial spark of joy and bravery. With advancing age, we can blend hope with wisdom. Society sometimes views hopeful enthusiasm as unrealistic, but by preserving your enthusiasm while incorporating practicality and patience, it can evolve into a substantial transformation over time. If you remain committed to your aspirations, you can bring them to fruition. However, don't merely guide them through transitions from constraints to growth and fortitude. Eventually, our experiences and maturity may reshape our childhood dreams. There is a profound sense of accomplishment derived from building character and surmounting challenges. The culmination of this arduous journey serves as a reminder of our purpose and aids in the restoration of self-respect. The path to greatness is arduous. Attaining personal greatness hinges not solely on talent, but also on the capacity and determination to persist and advance, despite encountering obstacles. With such unwavering resolve, we can set ourselves apart and ascend to remarkable heights. Difficulty arises from our dearth of confidence. Philosophers observe that much of our unwarranted suffering originates from the elaborate narratives we subconsciously construct about potential perils. It's quite comprehensible to succumb to the inclination of envisioning catastrophes and projecting worst-case scenarios. Nevertheless, it is paramount to acknowledge that probability and resources are in our favor. Instead of surrendering to these daunting delusions, the crux lies in our waning confidence to confront uncertainty and change. This erosion of self-trust and lucid perception gives rise to challenges, culminating in escalating distress that obstructs effective responses. When we buy into the ominous tales of powerlessness, we inadvertently become architects of our own problems. By confronting challenges with valor and a composed demeanor, we preclude needless escalations. Frequently, the wellspring of distress can be traced back to our deficiency in self-assurance rather than external factors. Possessing unwavering confidence in one's abilities and resilience empowers them to mold events according to their wishes, rather than succumbing to defeat. Survival hinges on adaptability. The capability to acclimate to shifting circumstances stands as a prerequisite for survival and advancement. When confronted with evolving challenges, individuals who can reorient their thinking and tactics stand a better chance of prospering. In the realm of nature, adaptability emerges as an inherent characteristic for species to withstand adversity and prosper. Likewise, in human existence, the ability to embrace change and refine one's strategies constitutes a priceless asset. Those who staunchly resist change and adhere to antiquated methods may discover themselves lagging behind. To excel in a dynamic world, nurture your adaptability and remain receptive to innovation. Courage doesn't entail the absence of fear. It signifies victory over it. Courage doesn't emerge from the absence of fear. Rather, it stems from the resolve to confront and vanquish it. Fear is an innate human emotion, and it touches even the most valiant among us. Nevertheless, genuine courage comes to light when individuals squarely confront their fears and persist in the midst of adversity. It doesn't denote the absence of fear, but the readiness to take action despite feeling afraid. Through such actions, one can accomplish extraordinary feats and conquer obstacles that once appeared insurmountable. The essence of happiness lies in freedom, and the essence of freedom lies in courage. Happiness and freedom share a profound connection, and courage acts as the bridge that links them. To attain genuine happiness, one must possess the freedom to make choices, pursue their aspirations, and lead a life aligned with their values. However, the journey toward freedom is frequently strewn with difficulties and impediments that demand courage to surmount. Breaking free from limitations, chasing after one's dreams, and embracing life in its entirety all necessitate courage. Hence, courage functions as the pivotal tool that unlocks the doors to both happiness and freedom. Success isn't everlasting, and failure isn't terminal. What truly counts is the resolve to persist. Success and failure are not enduring conditions. They are fleeting episodes in an individual's odyssey. What holds real significance is the unwavering determination and courage to endure. Success may prove transient, and failure frequently serves as a stepping stone on the journey to accomplishment. It's the readiness to press on, to extract lessons from setbacks, and to persistently forge ahead that shapes one's trajectory toward eminence. Thus, always bear in mind that regardless of the outcome, it is the courage to continue that ultimately makes the difference. In conclusion, these timeless Stoic lessons provide profound wisdom that continues to resonate in our lives today. They offer us guidance in understanding the power of embracing the present moment, finding strength in the face of adversity, and navigating the complexities of life with resilience and tranquility. Through these teachings, Stoicism presents a valuable framework for living a life marked by inner peace, contentment, and purposeful action. As we delve deeper into the wisdom of ancient philosophies like Stoicism, we find enduring lessons that are as relevant today as they were centuries ago. These lessons teach us to cherish the present, cultivate our inner strengths, and approach life's challenges with a balanced and wise perspective. Remember, the journey through life is as much about the internal landscapes we navigate as it is about the external world we inhabit. By adopting the principles of Stoicism, we equip ourselves with the tools to lead a more fulfilled and serene life, irrespective of the external circumstances we may encounter. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Stoic philosophy. If you found these insights valuable and wish to explore more, feel free to share your thoughts and questions. Your engagement and support are greatly appreciated as we continue to explore the depths of ancient wisdom and its application in our modern world. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Together, let's continue uncovering the timeless wisdom that guides us towards a more mindful and meaningful life. Thank you for being a part of this journey.